Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here, bringing you another video. This one's going to be doing a top 10 countdown list. I thought this was a good one to do as one of the first to do for this summer, and that is we're going to be counting down the top 10 greatest moments of all time, or at least so far for the Walking Dead television series. That's up to the end of season 4 or just before the beginning of season 5. Alright, good stuff. So this again was a viewer requested topic, and I think it's a good one because, of course, there aren't a lot of things that are more important than the top 10 best moments overall for the television series in terms of top 10 lists or this kind of thing. Top 5, whatever the case may be. It's tough to do these at this point. It gets harder and harder to do these as the seasons go on. Yes, I have done these in the past where I did one, I believe, maybe at the end of season 2, I don't remember, but I know I did one at the end of season 3. However, since then we've had all of season 4, we've had 16 episodes, and as I was making up this list, I started to realize, man, there's some really amazing moments in The Walking Dead season 4, like ones that blow away most of the other seasons in terms of quality. A lot of them are from Too Far Gone. And there's some others throughout the season as well too, but I thought I would go through and do kind of an overall list up until this point. At this time, looking back on the series, which 10 moments are the most either I want to say fun, or maybe the ones that draw the most emotion out of the viewer. So they could be sad, they could be just something for us. They're giving us something great, either an emotion or any kind of just response from the viewer, because the last thing you want would be to create something and just have people not be interested at all, not respond, not care. So which moments in the TV series stick out as the top 10 that really grabbed us and are really the reasons why we watched The Walking Dead up to this point? So 4 seasons, we've had tons of episodes, tons of great moments throughout every episode's probably got a few moments that are like, wow, this was a great one. So how do we break it down overall out of all those episodes to a top 10? Well, I took into consideration my list for last year up until the end of season 3, and now I've included the best parts I think are the best scenes, best moments from season 4, compared them, and have created a list of 10 from 10 to 1 in terms of priority, which is better, which is greater, higher, which isn't, lower, and really map these out for us. Before we count them down, I want to say there's so many that, yes, there's probably ones you'd think of that you were like, oh, this was a great moment to me, or that was a great moment to me, this kind of thing, and this deserves to be on the list, or that deserves to be on the list. There's so many. That's the thing. Like, for example, one that's not on the list that was considered is the moment that Rick finds Lori and Carl for the first time in season 1. If you guys remember that, way back when. Or spoilers for anyone who's not caught up. I expect all my subscribers to pretty much be caught up on The Walking Dead. Otherwise, I don't know why you subscribe, to be honest with you. Unless it's for another show or something. And then, of course, there's the moment that Tyrese, we find out that Tyrese did, in fact, say Baby Judith. There's so many that it's hard to break them down. But I think I've done a pretty good job, and I've taken into consideration most of the series. I went over every episode, tried to not forget any in particular. So without further ado, without further delay, let's get into the top 10 list of what I think are the greatest moments in the Walking Dead television series. So first we have number 10 from The Walking Dead season 3, episode 12, Clear. You guys know it's one of my absolute favorite episodes of the television series. The moment when we have Morgan telling Rick what happened to Dwayne. Oh man, this was such a touching scene, you can almost picture what happened as he's explaining it. The acting, so good by Lenny James. The guy's amazing. He's definitely one of the best actors in The Walking Dead, I would say, guaranteed. Him and Andrew Lincoln, the acting from both of them in this episode really sells it. But it was absolutely incredible. That, and well, there's also when he realizes who Rick is pretty incredible as well too. But I think in retrospect, when I have to analyze it, when he's telling Rick what happened to Dwayne and his wife. Oh man, that's really a tragic moment. I have to include that one on here. It was really, really incredible. We'll go to our first entry from The Walking Dead Season 4. This one's going to be The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 14, The Grove, when Carol is essentially forced, or pretty much forced, to put Lizzie down. Again, incredible acting, very tragic moment. Got to feel for Carol in the situation, but she's doing what she views as needs to be done. I think it pretty much does. It kind of has to be done. Lizzie can't survive, and this is the best way out for her. And also from The Walking Dead Season 4, from the finale, we just saw it. I think the best moment of the finale, the best scene of the finale, Terminus was cool, but for me, the highlight of it really was that transformation in Rick, straight out of the pages of the comic book series, just with Joe, the one on the receiving end. You screwed up. I really just, oh man, this was pretty amazing. Now, the way they did it, I think they maybe could have slow-moed a little bit better on it. The lighting was really dark. As you can even see from this picture how dark it was. But nevertheless, it was still an amazing moment to represent Rick's transformation, and also it was just damn cool. Opa Walker style. He absolutely just rips it. Oh man, very, very cool. Had to be on the list. Number 8. Number 7, first one from Too Far Gone. Man, there's a lot of Season 4 on here already. Yeah, man, this one had to be on here. Are you kidding me? Daryl destroys a tank. Oh, come on. And just we'll kind of join it afterwards with him killing Mitch as well. I mean, it was like right after, because he throws the damn grenade in there, and then he's like, he gets out, and you just, the way the camera angles, the way it zooms over, and you see Daryl, and he's just mad dogging him right down as he just does it, as he just puts him down. Time to leave, asshole. There were so many reasons why this was amazing, but definitely for Norman Reedus' character Daryl, one of the most badass moments in the entire series. Amazing action scene. Loved it. And next from Season 3, what I consider to be kind of like the true finale for Season 3. I mean, the finale was good too, but This Sorrowful Life really surprised me as being like one of the best episodes. This episode was just insane. But another Daryl moment for us, Merle as well too. Being characters from the first season, and when he stumbles across Merle and Norman Reedus, he's he breaks down in tears. It's so weird to see because he usually plays such a badass, but but when he sees Merle, when he finds Merle like that, and he's totally zombified as a viewer, the way it zooms in, the way it shows the eyes, oh man, The Walking Dead has like the best zombie effects ever of like anything. And I don't know, man, that moment as a fan of Daryl and Merle just really got me, and even till now sticks out as one of the absolute best for sure. Now we're into our top 5 again from Too Far Gone, episode with the most moments on the list. That is when the governor kills Herschel. Oh man, you want to talk tragic. Just absolutely mind-blowing. The acting all the way. I mean, even look at this picture. Look at the reaction on his face. I mean, just a feeling of hopelessness, of, oh man, just really representative of what this world does to people, and with such limited resources, struggling to survive, how quickly groups turn upon each other. Of course, the governor with the sword there. And I mean, shortly after they show this, of course, the reaction of Maggie, Beth, and then right after that, the governor, of course, saying, kill them all. So that's kind of connected to this one. I didn't want to really separate those two because, they're in sequence with one another. But in particular, when the governor goes at it and kills Herschel, extremely tragic moment. Next, we're going way back, but yet still impactful even to this day in retrospect. The moment that Sophia stumbles out of that barn, it was 7 episodes or 6 episodes, I guess, leading up to it. Pretty much dead already. Season 2, episode 7, the mid-season finale. Man, amazing, crushing, great acting, of course, cool effects, and then of course Rick ends up having to put her down. Amazing writing. Out of all those things, the writing here, this writing, I think, is some of the best stuff we've ever seen in The Walking Dead, because basically nobody predicted it. Nobody. In the top three, coming in at number 3 is going to be when Michonne stabs the governor from behind as he's fighting with Rick. Too Far Gone, incredible. Best moment of Too Far Gone, I'm going to say. The final sort of moment, so to speak, for the governor. I mean, yeah, he was put down afterwards by Lily. But still, that revenge for Michonne, the foreshadowing, I'm going to kill you. And Andrea, you just think about Andrea, her defending Rick at the same time. This right here is why I say Michonne, it would be a great match for Rick. I mean, would Laurie ever do that? No. No. Just no. Anyway, amazing moment. Definitely my top third. And still at number 2, the governor's death doesn't top it. None of the others top it, in my opinion. I mean, it was such a heavy concentration of season 2. I think it makes sense to put it at number 2. And that is when Rick, I would say, defeats Shane and goes to where Shane is hesitant to go. And that is to kill his best friend in order to survive and protect the ones he loves. Amazing moment, incredible acting, Andrew Lincoln and Jon Bernthal. Yeah, this one's not going to be moved, I don't think, maybe ever. Number 2, second greatest moment in The Walking Dead, Rick stabs Shane. And finally, that brings us to the single greatest moment in the Walking Dead television series, and that is, for me, the death of Laurie, the moment that Rick finds out that Laurie is dead, and his reaction. Andrew Lincoln's acting here is absolutely insane. I mean, some of the best acting I've ever seen, not just in a TV show, in a movie, in, I don't know, live, anything, any kind of acting, whatever the case may be. This was incredible. What a reaction. What a sort of unexpected moment that we didn't see coming in that episode. Just the best moment, the most tragic, the saddest, the moment that's going to get the most reaction out of everybody, I would have to say, is definitely this one. This moment right here sort of exemplifies The Walking Dead and how realistically they take a zombie apocalypse world where it's not always going to work out. You're not always going to have all your main cast that always survives no matter what. No, that's not the case. And in The Walking Dead, they kind of went where I didn't see them going with this one, both in the comic book series, the first time I read it, and with the TV series version. And it was just, it was incredible. The best moment for sure. Okay, so there is the list updated for you guys, including all of The Walking Dead Season 4. I think I picked out some pretty reasonable moments, some ones that really drove home what the series is all about, sort of the climax parts, those scenes that really stick out as like the most memorable, just the greatest, that really added to the series. The reasons why we watch The Walking Dead, to get ones like these, to get these types of scenes, these types of moments. And yeah, you'll see a lot of them are kind of tragic moments, but that's kind of what the show's all about. The show is a struggle for survival, and it wouldn't be one if every character just survived and everything was just great all the time. The type of universe they live in, to be honest, to a zombie apocalypse, not everyone's going to survive, and I think they really do a great job of showing that with the choices they make, or at least they've made so far, for the most part. There's some here and there, but they've been pretty honest with which characters would make it, which wouldn't. Would Laurie really make it, in a zombie apocalypse if she was pregnant in this situation? Would Sophia make it? Would Lizzie make it? Would, all of these different characters that have died off, would they really make it? Does it make sense? And I think The Walking Dead does a great job of being very honest to that world and keeping us on our toes too, so that we really don't know. We can do predictions, we can try to guess what we think is going to happen, but even if you're a huge fan of the series, even if you've read the comic books 10 times over, there's still no way you can know for sure what's going to happen next, who's going to die next, who's going to survive, if they are, if they're not. what's going to happen. And I think that's part of what makes the Walking Dead television series so special. Same with the comic book. And those are my top 10 greatest moments. Just my opinion. I'm sure you guys have your own as well too. If you want to, feel free to write some of the comments below for moments that you felt were some of the best, some of your favorites maybe. If there were some that weren't on the list, there's so many. You can go ahead and write them in the comments below which ones you think should have been on the list maybe, or that you would put on the list, some of your favorite moments. And I'll put the list in the description too if you guys want to review them. So it's there for you if you want to see it. Anyway, if you guys have any other video suggestions, please feel free to send them to me. I have a bunch, going to be doing a lot more Q&As, I think, because I have about 5 pages, about 100 to 200 questions. People have PM'd me. Some of them PM multiple questions in there, so probably more like 150 to 200 to go through and make lots of videos on. So lots of stuff coming from the channel. Walking Dead, I know I've been doing some other stuff, but don't worry. I'm still going to be producing Walking Dead videos, as many as I can, as well as doing some other stuff too for other stuff that's going on. But definitely wanted to do this one. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your top 10 list is, or just some that you want to throw out there as some great ones. And I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trav, as always, saying peace.